Hey, this is W here. I'm going to show you how to solve radical equations using the 5 steps we have on the previous example. So the first step says I'm going to isolate the radical. So to do that, let me get rid of that 1 through 5. So to do that, that means this is the radical. So this is the term I need to get by itself on the left side of the equal sign. The reason why I said the left side is because it's on the left side. So now, what else is on that same position, the same side, is this plus 3. So I need to subtract 3 from both sides. So then I bring down my radical 3x plus 12 equals 3. The second step is to square both sides. So when I square a square root, they cancel each other out. So I no longer have a square root. I just have the radicand, which under the radical sign. But if I square one side, I also have to do the other. Okay, so that's so far so good. So now there's no, step 3 says combine any like terms. I don't have any yet, but I need to still isolate this variable. So I'm still working on another step. So I need to subtract 12 from both sides. So in doing so, I get 3x equals a negative 3. Then I go ahead and divide by 3, solving this for x equals negative 1. The final step you have to do is you have to plug this back in. You have to check, because especially when we get to quadratics, which is the next unit, you will not always have an answer. You'll have like extra answers, and we'll get into that in a little bit. They're called extraneous. So now I'm going to take my negative 1 and plug it back into my original equation. So I have 3x, so 3 times negative 1, plus 12, and then outside is a plus 3, and we want that to equal 6. So simplify what's in. So this 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, plus 12 is 9, plus 3 is 6. So the square root of 9 is 3, plus 3 is 6. So 6 equals 6. So your solution is a negative 1. And watch how Delta Math might want you to type it in with using this format. Check out an example to see how they want you to enter it. So let's move on to another example. I'm going to do 4 of these. Now you're waiting for your code word. I know code word's coming up soon. So first of all, I'm going to isolate the radicand. So I'm going to minus 14 from both sides. Bring down what's left. X plus 21 equals 5. So then, sorry about that. So then I square both sides because I need to get rid of that radical. I'm left with the radicand. If I'm going too fast for you now, you can pause this video and back up. So the code word for number 1 is pickles. Going away. Pickles is a code word. Pickles. Okay. So now I did that. So now I'm going to go back to my equation. And I'm going to minus 21 from both sides. So I get x equals 4. Now I'm going to check my solution. So x is 4 plus 21 plus 14. Let's see if it equals 19. This is 25. The square root of 25 is 5, plus 14 is 19, so 19 equals 19. So the solution here is a curly bracket, and a number 4. Moving right on. You're not going to get that second code word yet. It's coming up. So again, I need to isolate the radical, so I need to get rid of that 17 and put it on the other side. So I get radical 3x plus 33 here. And then equals 3. Now I need to square both sides. So I get 3x plus 3, because squaring a radical, 33, eliminates the square root, equals 9. So then I need to minus 33. So I get 3x equals negative, I think it's 27, but I don't want to say it wrong. So I get, let's see, 9 minus 33. with 24. So negative 24. Then I divide both sides by 3. So x equals negative 8. Sorry. I had a moment there. I couldn't remember what that division was. So now I've checked it. So because this assignment is graded on your average and not your completion, you might want to make sure you're doing the checks, because if it did not work out, it would be no solutions. But you also want to double check your work. So I'm going to put back in my 8 here, my original equation. So this is 24, negative 24. So 33 minus 24 should be 9. So I get the square root of 9 plus 17 equals 20. So 3, so 20 equals 20. Whoops, 20. So your solution is negative 8. So make sure you're checking these. The second code word is Garfield. Garfield. I love Garfield, the cartoon. Okay, so Garfield. So your two words, pickles and Garfield. All right, so I'm going to solve this last one. I'm going to isolate your radical. And I'm trying to figure out how to, so you can't hear the clicks on here. I'm still working on that. Then I'm going to square both sides. I'm left with the radicand on this side. And 9. Minus 14 from both sides. So 5x equals 14 minus 9. Excuse me, 9 minus 14. Get that backwards, which is a negative 5, and then divide by 5. So you get x equals a negative 1. Let's check it out. 5 times a negative 1 plus 14 plus 1 should equal 4. So this is a negative 5 plus 14, and that is 9 plus 1 equals 4. Square root of 9 is 3. So 4 equals 4. So your solution is negative 1 in curly brackets. So there you go. Good luck on your Delta Math. Take your time, check your answers, because this is graded on your average, not the number completed.